2 weeks in Bali completely changed how I see the world, and I'm not being dramatic when I say that because before I went, I thought I had a pretty good grasp on what travel could feel like. I was wrong. So today, I am breaking down exactly how to spend 14 days in Bali in a way that covers beaches, culture, jungle, and islands. Without wasting a single day, this is the itinerary I wish someone had handed me before I booked my flights. Let's get into it. First things first, you just landed after a long-haul international flight, and the last thing your body wants to do is run around sightseeing. So for days 1 and 2, give yourself permission to ease in. I recommend basing yourself in Canggu for those first couple of nights. It is vibrant, it has great food, the surf scene is alive, and the energy is exactly what you need to start shaking off that jet lag. Grab a good breakfast because Bali genuinely serves some of the best cafe food you will find anywhere on the planet. Then spend day 2 on the water. Beginners should head to Brawl Beach to catch some waves with a lesson, while more experienced surfers will want to find their way to Echo Beach. For sunset, Tanah Temple sitting right on the ocean front is a classic choice, though it does draw crowds. If you prefer something low-key, find a beach bar, order something cold, and watch the sky turn orange over the Indian Ocean. Day 3, wake up early and make the drive south to Uluwatu. This is where Bali gets dramatic. Think towering cliffs dropping straight into turquoise water, world-class surf breaks, and beaches that look like something you would paint on a wall. Even if you never touch a surfboard, this area is breathtaking. If you are looking for a daytime splurge, there is a clifftop day club up there that honestly has to be seen to be believed. For sunset, find a cliffside viewpoint where the land just falls away into the sea below you. It is one of those moments that genuinely stops you mid-conversation. Now on day 4, we shift gears completely. Pack your bags and head inland to Ubud. Leave early because the traffic heading into central Bali can be absolutely brutal if you wait until mid-morning. Once you are settled in, take the afternoon to breathe in the greenery. Ubud sits surrounded by rice terraces and jungle, and the contrast from the coast is striking. Day 5 starts before sunrise. I know, but trust me on this one. Getting to the Tegalaling rice terraces at dawn means you experience them in near silence with golden light filtering through the fields. Show up late, and you will be competing with hundreds of tourists lined up for photo spots. From there, visit Tirtha Empul, a sacred Hindu water temple where locals come to perform purification rituals. Bali is primarily a Hindu island, and moments like this remind you that this place has a deep spiritual identity that goes far beyond the tourist scene. Round out the afternoon near Jatiluwih, a UNESCO heritage site where traditional rice farming methods have been preserved for generations. The scale of those terraced fields at sunset is something that actually takes your breath away. Day 6 takes you north. The Uluwatu Baraton Temple floating on a crater lake is one of those images you have definitely seen in a travel magazine, and seeing it in person with mist rolling across the water does not disappoint. On the way back south, swing past the iconic Handara Gate and then push toward the Sekumpul waterfall area. This is a massive multi-tiered waterfall system buried in the jungle, and it is genuinely one of the most impressive natural sights on the entire island. Having a local guide here makes a massive difference in what you actually get to see and experience. Day 7 is for activities with more of a cultural flavor. River rafting through the Ubud jungle gives you a completely different perspective on Bali's landscape, weaving through gorges lined with tropical vegetation. You can also try a silver jewelry making class where you actually craft your own piece from scratch and take it home. Day 8 is simple. Rest. After 7 days of moving fast, your body needs a full day of doing absolutely nothing. Find a hotel with a rice terrace view, hang by the pool, eat well, and sleep properly. On day 9, pack up and head to Padang Bai to catch the ferry over to Gili Trawangan. No cars exist on this island, only bicycles and horses, which immediately sets a different pace. Spend the afternoon snorkeling in crystal clear water and catch sunset from one of the beachfront swing sets along the shore. The Gili Islands have a lively nightlife scene centered around live music and beach bars. So if that appeals to you, Gili Tea will absolutely deliver. Day 10 is island hopping. Grab a boat trip to the neighboring Gili Islands for some snorkeling. The underwater visibility here on a calm morning is genuinely remarkable. Day 11, take a fast boat over to Nusa Penida, rent a bike and spend the day exploring Dream Beach, Sandy Bay, and Mushroom Bay. Catch sunset at Devil's Tier where waves crash into a natural rock formation with this incredible spray of white water. Day 12, cross the Yellow Bridge over to Nusa Penida, the small twin island, for cliff jumping at the Blue Lagoon and more sunset views. Day 13, jump on a local boat to Nusa Penida. This island is raw, rugged, and honestly unlike anywhere else in the Bali region. The east side has natural pools and dramatic broken rock formations right at the ocean's edge, while the west coast beaches offer perfect sand and electric blue water without the massive crowds because the terrain actually requires some effort to reach. Sunset at Crystal Bay is the reward. Day 14, your final morning. Wake up early one last time and make your way to the Atu and Diamond Beach cliffside on Nusa Penida's east coast. A treehouse viewpoint sits right on the edge of the cliff overlooking islands, arches, and turquoise bays below. You could genuinely spend your entire final morning right there without needing to go anywhere else. If time allows before catching the last boat back to the mainland, look for spots to snorkel alongside manta rays because it is one of those surreal wildlife encounters that gets locked permanently in your memory. 2 weeks might sound like plenty of time to explore Bali and the islands around it, but by the end of day 14 you are going to realize it only scratched the surface. This destination has depth that most short trips never reach. If this video helped you start planning, drop a comment below with where you are flying in from. I would love to know. Hit the like button if you want more itinerary breakdowns like this one and subscribe because we have a lot more of the world left to cover.